Welcome to the official YouTube channel of Eternia.com. I'm your host AJ, and today we're doing an unboxing and a mini review of the Masterverse 2.0 Masters of the Universe Revolution Wave 12 Battle Armor He-Man figure. Now, this is the 9th time that He-Man has ever appeared in Masterverse Plastic, and this is the 3rd time that He-Man has ever appeared in that Revolution subline continuity. You know, starting with the Masters of the Universe Revelation Wave 1 He-Man, and then we have Savage He-Man, you know, where it was the first time Prince Adam called upon the power without using his power sword. But I'm extremely excited to get this Battle Armor He-Man out of the box and take a closer look, because this He-Man represents the first time that He-Man has ever appeared in animated form wearing his battle armor, right? I can't believe it took this long. In 1984 is when Battle Armor He-Man was first introduced. And if you remember the toy, it'd have this like drum, and it would be spring loaded, and you would flick it and it would create damage. And then you flick it again and it would roll and you would see more damage. And then you could roll it back and reset it and just have fun over and over and over again. And this toy was super cool, but for some reason, it has never appeared in animated form until now. And that's why when everyone saw that teaser trailer for Masters of the Universe Revolution, everyone got so excited, because there he was, Battle Armor He-Man. So I can't wait to take a look at this He-Man that has extra damage protection, unless you hit him in the shoulders or the biceps or the forearms, the thighs, the knees, the calves, the head, or the crotch. But if you hit him in the chest, he's good. All right, so before we take a look at this figure, let's take a better look at this packaging. So here's the packaging for the Revolution Battle Armor He-Man. And first, let's take a look at this glorious artwork. You know, this time it's illustrated by Simon Eckert, who's done a fantastic job here. I love how Battle Armor He-Man is standing here, and he's got like damage on his breastplate, and he's holding his massive battle axe as the lightning goes strikes behind him. And everyone's cheering him on, including Andra and the Eternian Royal Guard. It's so cool. Then on the side here, we have the Spirit of Grayskull, and we have Castle Grayskull itself. I tell you, I would love to get a Castle Grayskull released in Masterverse. Please, 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 please. That would be so awesome. Okay, and then here on the spine, we have, of course, in the Revolution continuity, you need a smiling He-Man. And what a great smile. Then we get a more stern pose, you know, He-Man in his battle armor. And on the back of the box, we get a look at the core wave. We got Battle Armor He-Man, we got Mechanic, we got Triclops, and we got Buddy the Elf, all part of the Wave 12 core figures.
You sit on a throne of lies.
No, I actually am covering the 4th figure. It is another Revolution figure. It's a big spoiler. It massively impacts the Revolution continuity. It might change the idea how the universe is currently, or how we perceive the universe to currently be set. So I just wanted to cover that figure because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who doesn't want to be spoiled. Okay, so on the back here, we have 3D generated toy photography, and I love that we have Battle Armor He-Man surrounded by Shadow Beasts. And wouldn't that be great if we got a Shadow Beast in the Masterverse line? Hopefully in a future wave that happens. Then we have a little more art, and then we have this bio. This bio explains who built that battle armor. So let's take a look. It reads, Battle Armor He-Man, most powerful armor in the universe. While without his sword of power, He-Man receives help from Andra, who creates the impressive battle armor for extra protection during combat. All right, so it turns out that Andra is the one who built the battle armor in this continuity, so that's pretty cool. All right, that's enough talking about the packaging. Let's take a closer look at that figure. So here is the Revolution Battle Armor He-Man out of the box and in 360 degrees. And so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing as a general He-Man figure, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing as a Revolution He-Man figure. And I'll have to expand on that, you know, a little later. But generally, I think the best thing of this figure is this axe, the way it's sculpted and the way it's painted. So I can't wait to take a closer look at that. Looks like a lot of this figure is a reproduction of the original Wave 1 Revelation He-Man. I'm talking the boots and the legs and the arms, maybe even the loincloth. We'll have to do a side-by-side comparison. But his chest looks a little too big here. Look at that. It looks way too busty. It looks oversized for his body. He's protruding in that breastplate area way too much. And I just wish that was slimmed down. We'll take a closer look at that. And I think the head sculpt is a little off, again, for Revelation Revolution. It's just not, they didn't really catch that animation model too well. Well, we're going to take a closer look at all that. This is just my first impressions, but let's first start with that head sculpt. So here's a closer look at the head sculpt of the Battle Armor He-Man, and overall, I'm liking what I'm seeing as a general He-Man figure. Let's first start with the hair. The hair is pretty decent sculpting. Looks like it has a black wash in there. If you notice, the hair looks a lot more oranger this time. If you look at the original Wave 1 Revelation He-Man figure, his hair was a lot more blonde. But now you can tell, hopefully it's coming across on camera, it's a lot more orange looking this time. And the same goes actually with his skin color. He doesn't have that He-Man yellow tan like he did in the Wave 1 figure. Looks more like the Prince Adam color. Generally, in regards to the paint application, I really like how the eyes are done. The eyes are really done well. Same thing with the red pigmentation under his eyes and those cheeks. It gives a nice two-toned look to him. The only issue I really have, I like him as a He-Man, but be honest with you, I don't like him as a Revelation Revolution He-Man, and I think it comes down really to that chin. That chin is just way too elongated for what we saw in animation. Do you guys remember that comedian Jay Leno? Hey everybody, I'm Jay Leno. I know that's a horrible impersonation, but Jay Leno was known for this elongated chin, and he embraced it and he loved it, and it was always, done in caricatures of him. And I think in regards to this He-Man, he sort of has a Jay Leno chin. He has an elongated chin. Let's bring in that Wave 1 Revelation figure and compare. I think the actual Wave 1 figure looks a little more accurate in regards to the dimensions of the chin and the face. And this new Battle Armor He-Man Revolution figure just doesn't look like what we saw in animation so far. Not in the Revelation cartoon and not in the actual, teaser trailer and clip. It's just way too protruding to be that animated He-Man we've seen in both of the series. So overall, while I do like him as his own figure, as a He-Man figure, I just don't think it's a great representation of the animated He-Man in the Revelation Revolution series. So here is the Revolution Battle Armor He-Man. You know what? Let's do a quick comparison because I want to know what is a reuse on this body. So let me bring back in the Revelation He-Man Wave 1 figure. Let's look at the body. Yeah, it looks like the shoulders are the same. The biceps are the same. Elbows are the same. Forearms, bracers, hands, they're all the same. In regards to the legs, yeah, the thighs are the same. Knees, ankles, and the boots here are the same sculpt. Okay, and so is the loincloth here and the belt. So the only thing different is the head sculpt, and I believe actually, based on the shape of the chest, I think it's got to be different under here. You know what? Let's take the armor off the Battle Armor He-Man, and let's take a closer look at the overall, chest of this figure and do a comparison and see how the body type differs. All right. What is going on in this video? It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. You remember, what was that strip club called? Chippendales, with all the male dancers and stuff like that. I think we got, or, this is like a bodybuilding competition with the triceps and the biceps. And Arnold Schwarzenegger won 1 million of those. It was called Mr. Olympia. And I think we have a He-Man bodybuilding competition here. But I wanted to take a better look at what it looked like underneath the armor. And we can see there's really a difference with the chest, The abs are the same, except the 40th anniversary. You can tell his abs are a little more defined, but with the Revelation and Revolution figure, the abs are the same. But let's just talk about the chest. So we have a little smaller here, and then it's a little bigger here underneath the shoulders. And then, what are these called? The traps? The traps are a little bit larger. And then, of course, the pecs on the 40th anniversary are huge. So they actually did do an adjustment here. And be honest with you, though, between the three figures in regards to proportion and stuff like that, I have to admit the Revolution figure looks the most odd. It looks the most awkward, I think. And I think it has something to do with the traps. You know, the head looks too high on the body compared to the shoulders. And even though you have these crazy pecs in this figure, I think both of these look a little more proportioned, a little more normal. And just looking at Battle Armor He-Man, he looks a little strange this way. But it should go away because you're probably going to display him with that battle armor. And we do have a power harness that came with him. We're going to go into the accessories in a second. Hopefully it doesn't look too odd, but you know, as it stands like this, he does look a little awkward, but I know you're not going to display him this way, so it shouldn't be a problem. So in regards to accessories, Revolution Battle Armor He-Man comes with 2 punching fists. He comes with a standard power harness, which we're going to have to put on him and take a look. Then he comes with this terrific battle axe. And let's take a closer look at this now. Look how well it's sculpted and look how well it's painted. You know, it's got 2 tones of metallic paint, this dark gray. Wow, is this blood on the handle? I got red on the handle. I don't know if that's a mistake or that's supposed to be there. Looks like there's blood on there. I'm not bleeding, am I? Holy cow. There is blood on this handle. People are going to have to let me know if that's intended or if that was like rubbed off from something else. But otherwise the axe looks fantastic. Like I said, 2 tones of metallic paint, the dark gray and the silver, and it just looks fantastic. This is actually my favorite Masterverse axe. It looks so cool. So we have this axe, and then finally, of course, we have the battle armor, right? The piece de la résistance. And of course, it comes with another breastplate, a battle damage breastplate. And it looks like what happens here is we can snap out the normal breastplate if you want them to have a battle damage look. And it just snaps in this way here. Now, what is really interesting here is, oh, that's pretty cool, is I noticed in the beginning of the video that it looked like the battle armor protrudes a lot from his chest. It really sticks out. You know, it's very busty, and I don't know why. Looking at it closely, his chest didn't need all that extra room, and you certainly don't need all that extra room to switch this out. So I wonder why they actually sculpted it so far out of his body. It looks like it could have been closer and tighter. That is really strange. So here's Revolution Battle Armor He-Man wearing his power harness, and he's looking rather awesome. And in regards to articulation, it's going to be great, especially when he's wearing this power harness. You know, he's going to have complete free range of movement. There's not going to be any issues. Oh, and unlike the Revelation Wave 1 He-Man, this He-Man has those state-of-the-art drop-down hips. So he could do like crazy, crazy things, but the articulation on this figure is going to be great, especially when he's wearing the power harness. Let's see how it is when he's wearing the battle armor. So when He-Man's wearing that battle armor, looks like, yeah, you're going to have the same free range of movement. You're not going to have any kind of issues. So that's cool. In regards to the painting of the battle armor, I like it. It's really well done. I like the metallic look, even in the H. Looks like this sort of gold copper. I don't know what kind of color this is. With the red, looks pretty awesome. The one thing that looks like might be a difficulty is taking the breastplate out. Yeah, I can't pry it. So if you want to replace it with the battle damage, you may have to take the armor off each time you do it. Even though it's fixed on from the outside, for some reason, I just, you know, unless you have a great fingernail, and I need to cut my fingernails, I can't seem to pry it off. So you're going to have to take the armor maybe every time you want to change the look from undamaged to battle damaged. Now, fortunately, it's easy to remove. You just have a clip underneath the arm and over the shoulder on both sides, and it'll come right off, and you can swap that right out. And here's a look just for comparison, the new Eternia Battle Armor He-Man with the Revolution Battle Armor He-Man. And if you're curious, here is the Revelation Wave 1 He-Man wearing the battle armor and holding the axe. So what do I think of the Masterverse Masters of the Universe Revolution Wave 12 Battle Armor He-Man figure? For me, it's a tale of two He-Mans. On his own, this He-Man figure is awesome. I love this battle armor He-Man. He's one of my favorites. I mean, he's massive, he's powerful, he looks like he's ready to go to battle. I actually prefer this version very much compared to the new Eternia battle armor He-Man that came out last year, even though I dug the beard. This is my optimal battle armor He-Man, and I'm so happy we have him, especially with that axe. That axe is so cool. It's the best battle axe in the Masterverse line so far. So I love him as a He-Man figure, but as a Revolution figure, I think he falls a little short. He doesn't quite look like what he does in animation, and to be honest with you, that's a little disappointing for me as a Revelation fan, and hopefully soon to be Revolution fan. So on his own, he's awesome. I think he just falls a little bit short when it comes to the animation model. So depending on what you're looking for, this could be a great He-Man figure for you, or it could be a little tiny disappointing. But either way, I think it's a must buy. It's a great figure to have on your shelf. He looks so cool, and I can't wait for him to go to battle against the evil warriors on my shelf and just rule the shelf he's on. You know what I mean? So overall, I'm very happy with this figure, and I can't wait to see the rest in this wave. So that's it. I want to thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.